Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Today we are going to continue on with our journey with the Wire. Okay, season 3, episode number 6, and it is called Homecoming. Okay, you ready, my lady back there? Okay, so we're going to just get right started. I said we're going to get right started. We're going to get started. Hey, Samara. All right, guys. Hey, girl.
Hey y'all, what's up?
How's it going?
I'm okay.
Looking cute and stuff.
Thank you.
Do you ever get this stream elements thing on your I'm sorry, like on your lives?
Since they updated it, I don't know.
Because every time I go live, it shows up and I'm like, hi, stream elements, but that's it. I never see this person or whatever say anything else throughout the whole time.
New. I've been going 2 weeks and the whole program is different now.
Yeah, so I think that's like this whole time I thought it was something. I'm over here saying hi. I don't think it's a real person. I had to really think about that. Hi, Marlon and Savannah. What's happening? All right, guys, let's get right into this episode. This was a good episode. It had a lot going on. I was like, oh my gosh. So very good. So we're gonna start. All right. So when we come into the episode, we look at the neighborhood, right, and how he done moved everything to Amsterdam, and everything is looking all peaceful. You see people gardening and all this stuff, and then music and all that. I'm like, okay, this is good. But then as he's watching, you see that all the drug dealers are doing their thing, but then the lady, hold on, I'm gonna mute you for a second. But then the lady is coming through, like the older lady. He sees that she's trying to check her mail and all of this stuff, and it's just an issue. So did you want to say anything about this?
Am I on mute?
No, I took you off. It was just some noise going on, so I took it
off. I'm sorry.
I said, did you want to say anything about this? You don't have to, but I'm asking.
That lady, I was like, I was afraid for her.
Yeah. I mean, look at that.
I'm like, how the heck they forgot this lady here? And she in the middle of all this chaos.
It's a shame, honey. Hey, Relax and Chill TV. Hi, loves. Just wanted to ask before y'all started, would y'all be willing to give my video some likes and shares? Oh, of course. Yes. Hey, DeMarcus and Joshua. Hi, Joshua Wayne. All right. So, yeah. So, you know what's going to happen. We'll talk about that later. So now we get Avon, and he's going through. Actually, String is taking him through to the the luxury, where they're doing the luxury condos and all of this stuff, and they're running into some issues like the still and all that stuff. And they're like, well, this is going to cost you because you asked for some things, and so it's going to cost you more. And Avon was like, wait a minute, if this is something that y'all miscommunicated, y'all need to take the hit, right? Because this dude don't know nothing about steel and all that other stuff. Y'all the ones that's supposed to be the experts. That y'all should have, said whatever you had to say. They're not used to dealing with somebody like him, obviously. Right? And they're like, well, let's talk about it over lunch and all this. Because he's like, what the heck do we pay you for? We pay you to be the expert. So you're supposed to, be the expert. I agree. Shoot, like I'm not, if I want something added on, then right away you're supposed to let me know it's going to cost me more. You know what I'm saying? Don't just out of nowhere be like, oh, well, it's going to take some more time for this. It's going to take some more time for that. And the guy's like, yo, we can talk about this over lunch. He's like, nah, I got something to do. Like, what the heck?
Anyway, to be. That's how he was.
Got somewhere to be.
I feel like Avon seen the con a mile away, and Stringer Bell still wants to act like he's the smartest person in the room.
Right.
Like he can't get fooled.
Mm-hmm. And he called it out too. Like, my man don't know about all of that. You know what I'm saying? He paying y'all. He just wants y'all to build something. That's funny. Anyway,
I believe he peeped it at the homecoming party, where he like, I don't want to have nothing to do with
Nothing at all. Sorry. So now, of course, we have Tweedledee and Tweedledum. That's Kima and McNulty. And they're going up in there and they're telling them that, they want they there's a situation where they seen, they were talking about the time when they saw Stringer with Marlo.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I don't care. He's quiet. It ain't about the bodies. I don't care. So, I mean, you could talk about this scene, but I think that something got jumbled.
The
We're
best
not supposed to
thing
talk about
with
this yet, but it's
part,
okay.
huh?
We're not supposed to talk about this yet, but it's okay because it got jumbled. Something happened when I was doing it. I hate when this happens, but go ahead. It's fine.
The best thing about this when he was like, "What's my rank?"
No, that's not this part.
Yeah, I thought that when he came there the first time.
This is the first time when he was like, String is quiet. That's the scene. He's like, String is quiet, and this is
they supposed to be working. I don't want to hear nothing about this.
Yeah.
We're concerned with the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
He's not dropping any bodies.
Exactly.
This is not the person that we're going after.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest you get back on whoever I told you you're supposed to be on. I forgot the guy's name.
Yeah, that's it. Can tell.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't about his String ain't dropping no bodies, so I don't even care because they were like, we got to do it. It's now or never, because they like, oh, he about to go into the legit side, and once he get there, a few months from now, you probably
gonna be untouchable,
right? Mm-hmm. And so he's like, I don't care if he was running for count. He said something weird like, I don't care if he was running for council. He probably didn't say that, but I'm just paraphrasing because I don't remember what he said. He said, I don't care what he's gonna be doing 6 months from now. If he's quiet and he ain't dropping bodies, then I don't care. Like, this unit is about bodies. So I want to get to that part too that you said, but that was more towards the end. I can't wait till we talk about that. Because I was, he's always so calm and he just like not today. I'm getting tired of y'all. So
I felt bad for him because they just giving him the BS.
Who you talking about, Bunk?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes in. He gives Jay this whole file, like this whole report on basically the whole, what he had to do to get the gun off the street, right? And he's like, listen, I am a murder police and I got a double homicide. I'm about to work that, So it's like, it was pretty messed up that they put him through all of that. But you know how it is with the politics. So we see him getting ready to look into the whole thing with Natasha.
Mm-hmm.
So now we get to this scene right here where Avon is scoping out the corners. And he's like, yo, what the heck is going on? Because what's his name's over here? Slim was like the boy Marlo, basically. The boy Marlo, he independent and all of this stuff and all. So he's like, how the heck an independent player with no support was able to run my crew off the corners? Like, he's like, I'm losing my freaking mind over this. You know what I mean? Like, how did this happen? You want to add something to this? Let me see if I have.
Don't you tell me. It seemed like, okay, I'm gonna ask you this. Do you feel like Stringer was running interference?
It seems like it.
It seemed like he's running interference, and he was like, "No, I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to you. He's the muscle. I want to know what's happening out here."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like it because he was like, because he knows what it is. He knows his boy. This is how I'm looking at it. Mm-hmm. I know this ninja. He is ready to go to war, and I'm trying not to be on that. I'm trying to be on my businessman stuff, and this dude gonna come right back in here, ready to go to war over these corners. When he just had that big old meeting with everybody, and was so proud of all this stuff. Hey, just my opinion, Avery. Thanks for stopping through. Please hit the like button, y'all, as B. Avery is letting y'all know. So, yeah, and he was back there looking all stressed and stuff like that. See, I had that picture too, and it was going, okay, whatever. So, yeah, he was back there looking all stressed, and I was like, I don't know, but he had to let him know the whole story. Like, listen, he's the muscle. We hired him, right? Let him talk. So, String was rubbing his head like, oh my gosh. We gonna see. Let me see. Man, I must be losing my right.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine what he's feeling though? Even though obviously we ain't no drug dealers, but imagine how he's feeling. This dude back here, Stringer, is supposed to be the one that was handling all of this stuff.
It kind of got away from us. It kind of ain't one don't want to hear that.
No, hey LSW.
Hey, like, what did you do when they ran us off the corner?
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. All right, so we got Marla and Daniels, and she, he's showing up for her at these little events and stuff because she's running for Congress and all that. Is it councilwoman or Congress? Whatever.
I think she's running for councilwoman.
Yeah. So, hey, Little Rock. So she's like, do you think, she's all rubbing on his hand and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And he's like, no. Just like I was like, oh my God.
He shut her down.
He shut her
down.
Now
that this is going real nice with my career, now we could get back together. He's like,
no.
I'll be here for you, but I'm not going to be here with you.
He said, nothing beyond that right now, he says. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, excuse me, honey. So let's move on from that. Oh, there we go. See, the pictures got jumbled up. You see that?
How it happens. I know.
So Avon is like, yo, this was kind of a funny scene to me because he was like, what's up? And he was like, what's up? Whatever. He's like, I'm saying what the F. Like he's trying to say, like, what you mean? What's up? It was like an unspoken thing. Like, exactly what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. What we gonna do about these corners, man? Dang. And
just like, it's the same thing with the game. Mm-hmm. I was kind of like, what the heck? It's like he went back to school and he lost his street smarts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Because he's just like,
or was it a facade, Miss K?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, was he like really this dumb all this time?
All this time.
You know how some, like, when somebody's handsome or whatever, you can only look for so long after you see the true them. So,
right. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to elaborate anymore.
But Avon, he ready to get to the bottom of the situation with these corners, and Stringer is telling
him
that
wasn't even listening to him when he was talking.
Not yet. That's not yet. No, not yet. That's later. So Stringer tells him that if he wants to go to war, then he'll stand by Avon. But he's always done. I'll stand by you like I always done, right? And then he was like, but they got into a point where it doesn't have to be this way. Like, we could be making so much money being legit, and that the cops can't tell us nothing. And let them young boys worry about how to retail, because we gonna have the wholesale. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And and Stringer's like, just give me some time so I could see if I can talk to Marlo and talk some sense into him. And this is like, Avon is just like, yo, I ain't no suit wearing businessman. I'm just a gangster, I suppose. And I want my freaking corners. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, it's just like, this is like
this the point where he told him we're going to buy the corners? And he was
that's what he said. He was like, since when? Yeah, since when do we buy corners?
We take them.
We take them. Since when do we buy corners? Like, what are you talking about? But listen, but I'm not gonna lie though. They were kind of doing like a civil war type of thing. It wasn't really war what they were doing, obviously, but you could see they were butting heads a lot. But the way that they were doing it was still it was a peaceful situation. It's not like it was making them, you know what I mean? But I like the way Stringer responded to him. He was like, you buy, you know what I'm saying? You paying, when you in this game, you paying one way or another, whether it's with somebody's life, you going to jail, you always paying. This ain't free stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I did appreciate that little comeback because that did make sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
But still, it's like you still in this game, bro, but you don't know how. Like you lost the fact that you still supposed to be a little bit gangster. You know what I mean? And this is where we
Yeah,
get
he just want to
the
be all
quote,
businessman.
right? And this is where we get the quote of the episode, just the gangster, I suppose, right? Like, that's what he says. So let's see what else we have. Oh boy, he won his corners. He ain't playing. Look how he looking at him. So Kimmy goes and tells Omar that there's a homicide police sniffing around Natasha's family. He even mentioned your name. So he's like, oh, I know this cop or whatever, right? That's what Omar says. And she's like, oh, you do? Well, how about we give him we tell him what we I think I'm gonna
Kimmy
tell
ready
him
to.
what I
Kimmy
know.
is pissed off.
Yes. I think I should tell him what I know. So he's like,
Meanwhile,
stop.
Blue Thing over there like, don't you dare.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, Kimmy, stop whining. I said I may handle the situation or whatever, because she is just like not happy right now. Okay. So next we got Bunny visiting this elderly lady, the one that she's in the midst of everything. Oh my gosh. I mean, nobody is bothering her because they got the cops down there. They just down there doing their thing. But who wants to be crowded around all of that? Like, that's ridiculous. And Bunny is sensitive to this. He's considering that. And he's telling her that, we have this program where we could move you out. He shows her the house and all that, because she was like, I can't afford this. And he was like, well, we have a program. And she like, how you have a program for me to move out of this house, but you ain't got a program for what's going on outside my door? Like, are you kidding me? He ain't have nothing to say to that.
It was just like, it run near the number 9 bus, and it's
Mm-hmm.
right up
Your
the block from your church.
Yep.
Really? Meanwhile, you got all chaos and all to be damned outside.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. So, Bodie String comes down to Amsterdam to check it out. And he's like, oh, I see you wasn't lying. So he tells Bodie to, get a few of his guys down there, but make sure the package is small in case it's a trap. Right?
Right.
Nothing really to talk about with that. So now with this scene, I just got to make sure that I'm on the right track. So Slim is telling Avon that they have no muscle. Okay. No freaking muscle. Like, they was running down the freaking line of all the people, because this is his plan. Like, I'm ready to take back these corners by any means necessary. So he's like first of all, someone was like, I reached out to Doe. What was the guy's name? Donnie? Doe. I forgot what he said his name was, but he didn't say nothing after that. And Avon was like, yo, stop talking like that to me. Stop short talking me, or whatever he said. Like, he'd be so frustrated with his workers sometimes. But anyway, so he tells him that they don't got no muscle. Everybody that they know or knew, they either left the game, they got locked up, or they're in hiding, right? Plus,
or they not dealing with
plus we find out that Brother Muzone put a hex on all of them. So right now they got is Cuddy. And Slim was, vouching for Cuddy, like saying he the realest one out of all of them. All them other cats, I don't know what to tell you. So that's when Avon was like, well, take him and get the best of the best and get my corners back. All right. So now we have Stringer still having freaking issues with his little contract.
Going there and they sitting around just talking and chilling and stuff.
And he said, and so the guy tells him that every day they wait, he loses money. And the crazy thing about all this is at the end of it, the guy tells him, why don't you reach out to the congressman and stuff, right? Or the senator. Who is it? It's the senator, right? The one. Yeah. I always forget his name. Always.
Clay Davis?
Yes. So they reaching out to him. He's telling them to reach out to him because he's the one that's going to front him the money. So yeah, it's just a bad situation. Did you want to elaborate on this?
It's just he doesn't. It's like every time they get started, they stop because it's some type of, oh, you got to have this permit, or this inspector has to come before we go any further, and this and that. And I don't know if we're at the part where he's going to tell him you need to make a call.
He did. He said that you need to make a call to Clay Davis or whatever. So, but it's just at this point he's getting a whole runaround. It seems, Yeah, stop double talking me, right? Hey, Art Love. Glad you could join us after your little
Hi, Art
comment
Love.
last week about how I wasn't gonna be up here on Tuesday. Okay. Hey, young
Definitely, young boy.
boy. Yeah. So string getting played slowly but surely. Yeah. Alrighty. So now we have the plan of Cuddy. Okay. I mean, he's laying it down. He got the little map, drawing them like, oh, we gonna go. Me and this one gonna go down the alley. Y'all gonna cut through this way, go through the intersection. You got the one with the dress talking about why do this and that? Why don't we do this instead so we don't have to go through an intersection and all this? I'm like, well, y'all idiots just freaking listen.
Young boys that act like they know everything.
Oh my gosh, it was so annoying.
And he's like, look, if you go this way, you're gonna be shooting across your driver.
Exactly.
And
he's gonna be
in a line. Your driver.
He was like,
he gonna sorry.
First he was like he's gonna be in the line of fire. Then you're right. He said he was going to be shooting across the driver. Like just a bunch of stupidness. Just totally stupid. And the only one that really seemed like that he was really listening was the one in the middle right here, the older guy.
The old
Do you know his name? Yeah, he was the only one that was really listening.
This other one, all he worried about, I just want to get some work.
He want the work and he want the credit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, just shut up, stupid. And he's like, make sure y'all do what y'all want to do. I mean, do everything that we telling y'all to do. And he's like, we gonna do what we gotta do. You just make sure we not sitting around like some decoys and we get like shut up. The crazy thing about it is that if they only knew that they was needed, like you're not gonna miss out on nothing. Y'all needed. Well, they're not needed as far as like because they're just terrible. But I'm just saying, like he was just doing too much. So Cuddy, after Slim steps in and had to set these guys straight, Cuddy tells them. Well, first Slim says, pick your targets, drop them, and move out quick, and then toss your weapons. And the older dude in the middle was like, do we toss the gloves too? And he said no, because they got the DNA on that and stuff like that. He said also collect the kickback shells and everything. The shells that get kicked back into the car. Like I said, keep the gloves. Now, Cuddy also tells them that it's gonna be a minute before they get everything together. So y'all just hold tight. He tells them that they should be 4 or 5 blocks. Yeah, they should be 4 or 5 blocks down. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then when we are ready for you, that's when we're gonna hit you up. So just hold tight. But do these ninjas listen? And I can't even blame, because I'm not blaming the older dude, because this dude was sitting automatically. He was sitting in a spot that there was literally across the street from the dude.
Yeah, where they could see him. He was supposed to sit 5 blocks back.
That's what I just said. They're supposed to sit like 4 or 5 blocks back. And then he was like, yo, what if the one right here with the hat was like, yo, what if they got somebody, you know what I'm saying, scoping it out or whatever? Like, what you doing? And he's like, man, we should be right here, or else we gonna miss the action and all that if we don't see it right now. I'm like, oh my gosh,
how stupid can you get?
Yeah. And this guy was so right. He said, what if they have lookouts? And what was it? A dude coming
up, God came right down on the bike,
right on the bike,
up the plot, posted up.
Yup. Tool up. I said, oh my gosh. Then he gonna see, yo, ain't that nigga Nay? I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that's Nay. I said we should go. We supposed to wait for the call. Yo, I was like, oh man. And then the dummy in the back.
Oh my gosh.
He getting everything ready.
We gotta get him now. By the time they get here, he gonna be gone. Yo, so they try to go on and get Nay. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they was, first of all, they used the car basically to protect Nay. Because Nay was kind of like going by the car. Mm-hmm. Like behind, they was shielding him with the car. Basically, that's what it looked like to me. And as soon as the car was in his sights, boom. I'm sorry, I was laughing because
so was I. I was like, that's what you get. So
Soon as they came out,
it
this
was
dude.
everything that Slim and Cuddy said. You shooting across your driver, you in the cross line. Look.
Mm-hmm. Everything. Say
Now,
whatever.
what happens if something happened to your driver? Everything that they said could go wrong
went wrong.
Because these little ninjas didn't listen.
And no, so none of their people got it. He sent this dude out. Oh my gosh. So here go. They looking, they trying to get this.
They all hear all the shooting.
Yeah, they like, yo. He said, didn't
He
I
said,
say something about a phone call?
But you know what I wanted to understand?
Oh my God.
They didn't use their weapons, so why they toss their guns?
Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of weird.
I figured this was the scenario I came up with because I was watching it with somebody. He was like, that ain't make no sense. They ain't need to toss their guns. I said, but what if they get picked up in a traffic stop? I said, they probably
because of the shootout.
Yeah, that's why I said they probably tossed the guns like that because now the block is hot.
Exactly. Yeah, they that was terrible, man. So
it was like everything that Cuddy said could go wrong went wrong.
Definitely went wrong. Oh my gosh, so stupid. So the other dude with the dreads, he crawled out and he ran off. So we still in here from his behind. So now we see Marlo. He's all kind of bragging about the situation pretty much, right? And the older man is trying to tell him, yo, Avon ain't just gonna stop at that. He's gonna be back. He's like, oh, I don't want him to stop. I want him to come back. Blah, blah, blah. Like, he weak right now, this and that. I'm like, oh, this is why I always hated him. I never liked cocky freaking individuals. I don't care if they real life. I don't care if they characters. I hate cocky people. So anyway, he just think he got it all in the bag. Another thing is that we see, for me, I saw for the first time, Snoop is here. But nobody addresses her or anything like that. He addresses Chris, but you do see Snoop. So soon he gonna have her putting in some things. You want to say anything about this scene?
Look, he got the old school man. Let him know he seemed like he's mentoring them in a way. The old school guy.
Yeah.
But Marlo is letting him know, look, I'm not gonna run it like this. I'm gonna do it my way. I don't care.
So it must sound like a good problem to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Snoop was still a pup in this scene. Sure was. Being quiet like you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do. So after this whole shootout situation, you got Mr. Bubsy out here selling the whiteys, but he said, yo, you ain't here. It's about to be Baghdad on the west side. Okay, they pop Marlon on pop two Barksdale's people. It's about to be on. So of course, this is when they're gonna go back and tell McNulty. I'm sorry, Daniels about it, but I don't think I'm gonna talk about that yet. So this is the scene that we're gonna talk about.
This trifling child.
Donette is pretty much asking permission if she could be with Stringer, but it's like, girl, you've been with him.
Like on more than one occasion. Right.
And while the dude was still alive. So what you asking for? And she was like, well, String is fine, Brianna, String is fine and everything. Like, whatever, go ahead, girl. And she was like, for real? I thought you would be mad. So I honestly, even though I don't care for Donette, I appreciated her actually
having respect for the mother.
Having respect for the mother, but also still showing that she at least still thinks about D'Angelo, because she makes it seem like she never, like, she just whatever. But then she also brings up the fact that that McNulty detective came by and said that D'Angelo probably didn't do that to himself. So she said the only person that I told was String. So now Brianna's like, heck is that all about? So what you got to say to this without spoiling anything?
I'm not gonna spoil that. Look, she curling her hair. Go ahead, baby. String is a handsome man. But now you done said my son might not have did that to himself.
Right.
I wonder, and he didn't say nothing to nobody else about this. That she's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Unbelievable, honey. Unbelievable.
mm-hmm.
So here we go with Yolanda, and well, anyway. So Daniel's you stupid. All right, so
I can't with you.
so now they talk about his wife and everything, Marla, and she's like, she's running for council, and he was like, "Yep," and she might win or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, and you're the proud husband or whatever." I'm like, girl,
What?
you're the proud husband. So he tells her that, you don't understand. It's a lot with us. She's been there for me the whole time. She thought I was going to move up and everything. She thought it was going to really be a big deal. And she stayed with me. And there was some stuff that even went on, you know, back in the day. And she's still stuck with a ninja. So this time, I really disappointed her. So this time I really just want to stand by her. Because Rhonda was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. And he's like, well, it's just for show. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I have to
No,
do.
no. He's
Nothing
like, look,
more.
she stood by me, so now I gotta stand by her. This is something that she really wants, and
Right.
I could see that she could get it, so I'm gonna help her.
Right.
And it's strictly that. You let
Mm-hmm.
her know, what the deal is.
Right. And I like how he was like, listen, right now it looks better for me to be by her side with, my blue stripes or whatever as her husband than to be the not yet divorced man with a white woman on his arm. And you see, she kind of straightened up and moved away from him when he said that. But oh well.
Yeah, but it's the truth though.
Yeah, it is the truth. And you making more scandal in her life by doing that. So he's trying to respect her. Like, I don't want to disappoint her anymore. Like, right now it's her time to shine, and I'm gonna make sure she gets what she needs and what she wants. That's it. So, I appreciated it. She's all stressed out and all that, but I don't have no sympathy for Rhonda because I'm like, girl, close your legs and marry a man. You know what I'm saying? Because she all
a Nene Leaks quote.
Yeah. Because she always was, I don't want to say always. So far, we know it was McNulty, and McNulty wasn't divorced. And he still ain't divorced yet, right? And here it is. This guy's not divorced. She finds herself with another married man still. And it's like, what do you expect? So when you can't still mess with a married man because it's just too much. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. If they're going to wind up trying to work it out, they're going to get back together. You just don't know. So I feel like she's always setting herself up for disappointment. But you see how her mind works. Oh, people are getting separated all the time. No one cares anymore. People are getting separated all the time.
She just think about what she wanted.
Yeah, they're getting divorced after being married twice. Oh, that should be a sign to you, honey. You just said it. People get back together. Find your own man. Find your own man.
Young boy said Brianna was like somebody, one of us needs to be smashing them.
Right.
I know that's right.
Yes, indeed. All right, so now this was the scene that you were talking about where he was basically he was saying about, he was telling him about Amsterdam, and Avon wasn't even listening. Like, he was just like, oh my gosh, like he was just in his own thoughts, because now this is the aftermath of the situation with the shooting. And he's like, yo, I know one thing. 2 of our dudes got hit and we ain't hit nobody. So that's a problem. Y'all 2 handle it. So, Slim and Cuddy, they step up and they're like, we gonna handle it to make sure we do it right. Right, he gets up in their face like, y'all mother better do it right. Got the gun on. I'm like, dang, I don't know if I would want to work for Avon. Okay, he aggressive. I mean, you gotta be aggressive in his business, but like waving a gun in somebody's face, oh my god.
He pissed off because he looking at it like, look, man, my name ain't ringing bells. I just came out from being locked down, and now this young boy is running my boys off the corner.
Right.
No, this is not going down. I was running to jail, and I'm gonna run out here.
That is so true. I'm running to jail, and I'm gonna run out here, and that's what that's how it should have went. if String would have held it down the way he was supposed to hold it down, he was doing too much like stuff behind his back.
He wanted to turn this place into a school. Look at the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the
Raise
chair.
your over there like standing up when they talk and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a lie. This guy is something else.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he also tells him, because at this point, he's like, I'm ready to do it myself. And String, of course, look, once again, I say String, he was saying some smart stuff. Right now, the cops are going to be all over this. So you don't need to be doing nothing.
You don't need to be doing none of this.
Exactly. You don't need to be doing none of that. Cops just got out. Cops just got out. You just got out. The cops going to be all over this. Let me go handle the situation. That's when the other guys come in and they say, we're going to handle it. Mm-hmm. He think we should wait. I think we should wait on this. And Avon was like, I don't want to wait anymore. I don't have time to wait. Like, so I let it wait. And this dude, they hear about what happened. They think I'm a punk in these streets. Like, this little ninja gonna punk me? No, it's not going down like that. So now you can see how stressed out he is. But at this point, Cuddy and Slim leave, and then you got Stringer trying to tell him about what he saw today. Like, yo, I was down on such and such street, and I saw this and that. Like the whole Amsterdam situation, like they was out there, like they were selling candy. It looked like it was legal. Everything for him is a business mindset, right?
Yeah.
And
that's what's agitating Avon too.
Mm-hmm. And Avon, like that whole thing blocked, like he blocked that whole thing out. Then he was like, well, you were saying something. He's like, no, never mind. I wasn't saying nothing.
He's trying to strategize, like how I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get my get back.
Right. Cause hold on. Sorry. I smell the pizza. I'm like, that ain't good. Still got the pizza in the oven, smell like it's about to burn, honey. So we got let me see. I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, so now they make their little plan, but this is when we see them going into the office, Daniel's office, and they're telling him that we're gonna now you wanted bodies. Here we got the bodies, right? They were all excited about it, and that's when he tells him about the ring. So go ahead, Moochie, since he was excited about this part.
Like, okay, y'all. They telling him about the body. 2 people from Barksdale crew, but it's not like it's a shootout. Barksdale crew, some of his men fell. Nothing from the other dude. So even if it is with Barksdale, like they gonna lay low now anyway because the block is hot. So he like, what's my rank? When he said, he put that bass in his voice, and he was like, you could go back to narcotics. And you could go back to whoever will accept you.
Exactly.
I got you off the boat and you carrying on like this.
Mm-hmm. And look at his face. Like he really gets on my nerves.
Episode.
He really did, because you see Kimo was like, Lieutenant, sir. You know what I mean? And then this dude gonna just stare him down like that. I'd be like,
don't say nothing.
I'd be like, you done. As a matter of fact, you're done. Go right back to the boats. Exactly. Go right back to the boats, because you don't appreciate nothing around here. All right. So it was just a real annoying thing. And then we also see later on that he's like, y'all get the F out my office. I was like, ooh, they pissed him off if he gonna say get the F out my office.
Heck yeah. So they like, come on, y'all beating a dead horse at this point. Beating a dead horse.
Yep. So now you know that they talk about it, him and Kima and McNulty. And, he's saying that he's wrong, because she's like, right now it's about respect. Like, I don't think even if you were right, he would care. It's the fact that it's coming from you. You know what I'm saying? It's about respect right now. And he's like, oh, F respect. Like, he is just disgusting. He is really disgusting. Obviously, I'm talking about McNulty. He's disgusting. But I didn't like the fact that Kima brought up the whole backdoor situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go over his head. To the ones that are higher than him,
because she knows he's notorious for doing that.
And so she's kind of being selfish as well. Gonna do it. Right. And she's like, since that's what it is, I'm gonna put it in his head, so let him go do it. And he sure did, because that's all he cares about is himself. And when he went to Bunny about it, Bunny was like, you still ain't changed, huh? It's always about your case, always about the case you working on. I'm like, dang. Off the strength of that, I wouldn't have did it. But Bunny is in his own little situation, and they want to figure out because they don't got no leads on the shootout situation, so they just think,
So he
it's a
figured if
gangster.
the more people work in that area, it'll take the focus off of what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's I think he used that situation to his advantage.
Right. Everybody is doing something for themselves at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but I didn't like that. So now we have this scene, and we have Bunk. He came to talk to Omar about the situation and the information that he has. Do you want to go on and talk about this?
I love the conversation that they had.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the simple fact, Omar was crying at the end of this conversation.
Yeah, he was, with the spit coming down his face. Oh. Nasty.
But with he had him in tears because he said, you got kids out here emulating you.
Mm-hmm.
And they imitate, they actually imitating you, like looking up to you like you some kind of folk hero.
Right.
And you just he's like, you just a predator. He's like, you just a predator and mother father.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the thing about it is they went to school together, so he knew
what was what back in the day too.
Back in the days. And then I like the story that he did tell him, like, when we was growing up, we knew some real tough guys.
Right.
So he don't consider him a tough guy because he just a shooter,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, all right, no, that's enough, young boy. Thank you. Good thing I know. Anyway, it's a good thing I know. That's all I'm going to say, young boy. It's a good thing I know.
No, that it happened already. What he's telling.
No. He says the irony.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about the first comment. That was little Kennard acting like Omar.
But the thing about it is, if he would have said that, I would have comments like that. If I didn't know what was going on, that would have hinted something to me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but it happened already.
No, you're not.
I got what you're saying now, though.
Yeah, you're not listening.
I am listening. I got what you're saying.
So, but anyway, this was a good scene, and I liked it too about what he was saying about it's a shame where we come. Before we was a community, now look at this, so it is what it is. This scene pissed me off. They finally get fruit. I mean, they finally have fruit in their sights. They got him. They ready. I mean, they got him to where he could just blast them. All right. And you already know I was pissed off about the whole thing that happened in the beginning of this season.
Yeah, he did Cuddy dirty.
Yeah, where Fruit was disrespectful to Cuddy. And Cuddy was like, yo, I know him and he owed me money. I was like, yes, please. So because y'all know I don't remember none of this stuff, okay, guys? So I was like, please get him, please. So you see whatchamacallit come up. What's his name? Slim come up and he blasts the kid. Without that was sad. So Cuddy is looking and he has him, right? I mean, he's got him. And he keep looking down at the kid laying dead on the curb. And he's just like, I cannot do it. I was like, oh, I hate this. I was so annoyed. And I just wanted him to get his payback just because he played him, like basically because he's old school. He kind of, he just brushed him off.
And I thought Cuddy was going to shoot him though.
Yeah, I thought so. But then once he looked at the kid, I was like,
I think that's what got him, the little kid.
Yes.
You see the little asthma pump.
Marlon said he should have took out Fruit in that lazy eye. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So yeah, he didn't do it. And by the time we get to Omar, first of all, not Omar, I was gonna say Avon. First of all, he see the dude run away. You get Slim coming up. He's like, oh man, my bad. I took the shot too early. I messed you up. And I was like, oh my gosh. Now Slim over here thinking that he messed it up for him. So this is what he went back to tell him. Like they was like, oh, we got 1 out of 2. And so Avon was like, yo, I'm actually surprised at you. Like, you never used to miss nothing. You used to be on point with everything. And then that's when Slim was like, yo, it's my fault. You know, I came and I did what I did too fast and all of this stuff. I got in his way, the way of his shot and blah, blah, blah. So that's when Cuddy stepped up and was a man about it. Like, nah, I had him.
Yeah, it was
You
on
know what
me.
I'm saying? And I just couldn't take the shot. And so Avon was like, all right, well, you ain't muscle, you ain't built for that anymore. Fine. We could still use you around here for other things like your mind and everything. He said, no, I ain't being clear. Like the game ain't for me no more. So he's like, all right, we good then. And I think Cuddy kind of looked a little bit surprised, like, really? Like
Yeah, because I feel like he respected him as a man.
Of course, yeah, definitely. He
And he
definitely
said that
respected
he,
him
oh
as
yeah,
that.
exactly. He said he stood like a man.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And when he left, Slim was like, "Yo, he used to be the man back in the day." Avon was like, "He a man now." You know, he is a man now. And I loved that about Avon. I was like, "That's what's up." You know what I mean? Because if somebody don't want, and look, it was even a bit of a foreshadowing that shows you. It's just I don't want to say foreshadow that much, but in the begin, like in this episode when Slim was basically talking about how we don't have no muscle, and one of the dudes that they talked about, he was like, yo, he done changed his whole life around, he ain't in the game no more. And you saw Avon go, you know, like he looked like he respected that as well. Like, all right, you know, he ain't in the game, whatever. So it's not a surprise that when Cuddy mans up and tells him, like, yo, I just couldn't do it. It's not me. It wasn't a surprise because you see that he actually has respect for people that get out the game. If that's what you want to do, you get out the game. But for me, I'm a gangster. I'm just a gangster, I suppose. Like the game is the game, and that's what I'm ready to do. I got to get my corners back. I ain't built for nothing else. And so, and I respect people like that. Like, you know, like don't come down on somebody else because they're not built like you or they don't want to do what you do or this and that. They want to walk away from something, let them walk away. Hey, you know. But Marlo would have told Chris to kill him. Yeah, that's why I don't like him. Yep, Slim definitely respected it as well, you know. And it's not like he really like said anything so bad. It's just that he was just like, well,
Just
he was
said
the man back.
it ain't in me no more.
Yeah, he was like, you know, he was the man back in the day. It's not like he said like, oh, that nigga PUS. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so the last scene is about our boy Daniels getting summoned from the high table, the high lords. It's called to meet with them. You got, of course, Bunny up in there. You got Rawls and you had Burrell. And they're like, oh, the man of the hour. You know, oh, please. No, and daggone well, you don't give a crap about this guy. But you know they're going to put him on the case. So, I can't wait to see what happens if he finds out. Don't say anything. I don't even know if he is going to find out. If he finds out, because McNulty did say, don't mention my name. He did say that. So, well, we shall see. You want to say anything about the last scene? Because I didn't capture no pictures. I got tired.
It seemed like Daniel seemed like he was like, what the heck is going on? Like now now, but he knows where it's coming from, but he doesn't have any confirmation. Like this, because seems all too familiar with him. Because he's been here before in the same position, but with a different person there. Where Ross was there with just with some other people. So
yeah,
you know, last time it was the judge.
Poor guy. Oh gosh, I feel bad. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us, young boy Marlon Easton. Art Love was in the building. Don't see him now, but it's all good. And who else? There's too many. LSW. Whoever else is here, Little Rock, all my people.
Was here.
Savannah,
young
thank you
boy.
guys so much. I appreciate you. What do you got going on for your channel, Moochie? Because I'm about
just
to
trying to get myself together and start pushing out some more videos. So I'm just trying to get back on the horse again. That's all. Working my way back in.
That's good.
And thank you for having me.
Of course. Art Love said he's still here. Okay, good. And yes, you was the only one commenting, young boy. No,
Aw.
you and Marlon Easton. See you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Have a good
Be
night.
blessed. Take care.
All right.